Sweet, I know I'm falling behind on videos again. I know, I'm sorry. Like I told Kane, it's because he's running me too hard.
All right, good morning. We sat at home for a week. We got the oil change in the truck. We ended up taking the truck to Thermo King in Cordele, Georgia. Turns out it was a freaking fuse. I could have swore I checked all the fuses. In my defense, it was 10 or 11 at night, and these APUs have a million fuses. What's weird though is after we put the fuel pump in and it wouldn't start, and I checked all the fuses, it actually ended up starting and running for about 30 seconds and then shut off, and we couldn't get it to ever do that again. So, and that was after I checked the fuses. So anyways, we took it to Thermo King. They found out that it was a fuse. It ended up being 400 bucks. Now the 400 bucks included, there's a little plastic or a glass fuel filter right before the fuel pump. And I was explaining to the tech or the mechanic, you know, how like days before it was running rough, and how we went and bought glow plugs for it. He's like, I've been working here for 12 years and I've never had to replace a glow plug. A glow plug has never been a problem in these things. But he did tell me that little fuel filter, there's an O-ring in there. That O-ring can go bad and it can kind of like suck air into the fuel system, and that'll make your APU smoke. So I bought that. I think that was like 40 bucks. I don't remember what they charged me to tighten my belt, because when they start up, it's like, oh my God, your belt's squeal. I'm like, yeah, bro, I've tightened it so many times. It's like, yeah, it's a known issue. These things, you just have to keep tightening the belt. So all that, 400 bucks. Also, if you follow us on Instagram, you would know that Mackey's been having some trouble. And I don't know if I spoke about it when we were on the road, but when we were on the road before we came home, I would go to pick up Mackey in the truck and she would yelp. And I'm like, did you hurt your leg jumping down off the bed? What's going on? So I'm like trying to pick her up from different areas. I'm trying to pick her up from her stomach and she's yelping. I try to pick her up from her legs and she's yelping. Finally, we go home to do the APU, and she still yelps when you touch her wrong. So we took her to the vet. I thought, it's weird because I would touch her leg and she would yelp, and then sometimes like I'd be rubbing her belly and she would yelp. I'm like, what's going on here? I was like, maybe she like ate something and there's something like stuck in her stomach, and like her whole abdomen area is like tender sore. So we end up taking her to the vet. The veterinarian, the doctor, puts her on the table. He's like moving her legs around and poking and prodding her, and she isn't doing anything. She isn't whimpering. She's doing absolutely nothing. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'll send you home with these meds and some anti-inflammatories. If she doesn't get better, this was on a Friday. Was it Friday? No, it was like Wednesday, right? If she doesn't get better Friday, call me up. So we go home that day, and then I don't know if I talked about this or not, but we end up giving Boss back to the previous owner's wife. Nate just wasn't taking good care of him. It wasn't fair for him. He loves her, so that's great. But she was in the process of moving, and she's like, can you guys watch Boss for me? I was like, heck yeah, I miss Boss. So she brings Boss over, and this is right after we get it, the day after we get like Mackey out of the vet, and we have her on gabapentin and some anti-inflammatories. So Mackey's feeling like $1 million. She's running around the house. She's playing with Boss. They're having a good time. The next morning rolls around. She can't even move. She's crying, like she can't get up. She can't walk. We immediately call the vet. We end up taking her back to the vet. And he's like, look, we can do some x-rays, but if it's like, you know, major spinal injury or like soft tissue injury, we might not be able to tell stuff from these x-rays. So you may want to take her down to Tallahassee. FSU has like this amazing veterinary place, pretty much the place where we were supposed to take Cassie, that like we couldn't get, the vet couldn't seem to get like an appointment set up. Anyways, this is a different vet than where we took Cassie. He's like, if you need help, because I explained to him what was going on with Cassie, let me know. I'll get you in. I was like, great, let's do this. Anyways, they end up doing some x-rays. They end up keeping her for like 3 hours because they have to completely sedate her so they can get her on the table and she lays still and all that. Lita gets a call. All right, we got Mackey up here. She's ready. She has severe hip dysplasia. And he's talking to her and I can't hear because I'm driving to the vet. So we get to the vet's office. He's like, look, I'm gonna take you back to the x-ray room. I wanna show you what's going on. And I'll put a picture here. So basically, this is a picture of her laying on her back. And there's a socket on each, you know, on each femur, there's a ball. And then there's a socket for each ball of the femur. He's like, basically what we're looking for here is for that socket to cover at least 50% of that ball. And he points out, he's like, see, like it may be 20% of the ball. So he explains, this is hip dysplasia. Basically, they wouldn't do the surgery there. We would have to take her somewhere else. But he basically explains that there's two different options for us that people go with. You can take your dog in, and what they do is they cut that ball off the bone, and then they drill down the femur, and then they put a fake ball on the femur, and then they repair the socket somehow. And then you'll have a new ball with like a socket that's meant for that ball to fit in. That is $8,000 per side. And she needs both sides. Both sides are bad. This explains like a lot. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this either or not, but like Mackey doesn't jump. She won't jump on the bed. She won't jump on the couch. I've never seen this dog jump before in my life. But what's really weird is she used to do those spinnies. Maybe that didn't hurt her hips. I don't know. But it's a hereditary thing. So anyways, that's an $8,000 option per side. So that would be $16,000 just for the surgery. That doesn't include their x-rays and the post-care. Like after the surgery, you have to take her up there a bunch. A lot of care afterwards. Then there's another option, which he's kind of suggesting because the other option is obviously ridiculous. So the other option, I think there's FTR or FTR. Man, I joined a Facebook group on Facebook. I can't remember what it's called. No, THR and THO or something like that. The second option is $2,000 per side. And what they do is they go in there and they cut that ball off, and then they detach a muscle. They wrap the muscle around the bone, and then they attach the muscle again, which sounds crazy to me. And he's like, basically, that muscle will end up getting a callus on it. He's like, it's perfectly fine. Like, people do it all the time. Your dog will live like a normal life. But that just seems wild to me. So basically what he told us to do, because he knows that we're truck drivers, he's like, look, oh, they gave her a shot too when they were there. So basically we have $1,000 into Mackey just over the week. Like the first vet appointment was $500 for the meds, for her to check it. Actually, that includes, we got flea medicine for all the dogs. Second vet visit was another $500 for the x-rays. How much was that medication? He had to end up giving us a prescription because they didn't have one of the medicines in stock.
$34.
34 bucks. Do you remember what it's called? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's not really an over the counter. Like I couldn't just, it's a prescription drug. I ended up looking it up, and the drug is for Parkinson's, which is weird. It's a Parkinson's drug, but I guess they use it in dogs for some reason.
Releases dopamine.
Oh, it releases dopamine? So, what was I getting at? Yeah, so we have $1,000 into her already. But he's like, you know, take her out on the road, see how she does. If it looks like the shot's working and she's comfortable and she's acting fine, maybe we can just give her prescription drugs. She might just have to live on prescription drugs, which honestly, it sounds like even if we did the surgery, didn't he imply that like she would probably be on something? She'll always be on some type of a medication. So that's what we're doing. There was talk like, I was like, maybe we should leave you at home, Lita, and leave you and Mackey and Fat Butts at home. But honestly, yesterday, Mackey was doing great. Is it the meds? I can't remember what the shot was. I asked him, I was like, is it like a cortisone shot? He's like, yes and no. There's no side effects to this. Like cortisone shots, you can only get cortisone shots so many times before they stop working. He's like, we could give her these shots for the rest of her life and it wouldn't affect her. It doesn't stop working. I wish I could remember what it was. It's on the bill at home.
Yeah, I don't know. So it starts with an L, like LIM something.
But the shot is supposed to last 4 weeks, and it's about $150. He's like, she's 5 years old, so if you do the math, it's probably better to just go ahead and do the surgery. So that's where we're at right now. Man, it was heartbreaking. She was screaming. It was bad. Man, I felt so bad. But that's where we're at. She needs a double hip replacement. So we are. It's Monday. We are on our way to Iron City, Georgia, to pick up hay that goes to Oklahoma. Somewhere in Oklahoma, it changed. The destination changed. It's actually 100 miles shorter than what we picked up when we picked it up. So we're on our way to Iron City to pick up some hay to go to Oklahoma. We might bounce around. If Mackey starts having issues, we're going back home. We have to schedule to see a specialist, and then she's going to go into surgery. Fingers crossed, because we have that cruise coming up. Fingers crossed, because I don't want her to like have to sit at my mom's house or Mason's house or whoever would be taking care of her. I don't want her to have to sit somewhere strange while she's recovering from a surgery. So fingers crossed she does great until we go on the cruise and we come back. I mean, fingers crossed she does great and we can just keep her medicated We're putting her on glucosamine and what's the other one? Not fish oil. Am I thinking fish oil?
Yeah, Omega.
Omega. Glucosamine and Omega. He says she might be fine on that. She probably overdid it when Boss came over. Mackey's a complete nutball. Somebody new comes over and she's running around. I think she overdid it. Why she was hurting when we were on the road, I have no idea. She started hurting on the road, like out of the blue. You know, we get out of the truck and she jumps down, gets in the seat, and then we have to pick her back up and put her in the bed. Over and over. Like, even if I, like, come in to check my phone to make sure the dispatcher hasn't called, the dogs are down on the ground looking out the windows. So, I don't know. That's basically where we're at right now. We've got an hour and a half to get there. Should put us there about 9:30. Like I said, this is a load of hay. I thought it would be the big round bales, but I think it says 35 pieces. So it's probably the big square bales. Going to Oklahoma is supposed to be about 900 miles, paying $3,700. So fantastic load, paying, leaving the house. I think it's like $4.11 a mile, something like that. Fuel's starting to come down again. The crazy liberals tried to shoot Trump again last night. Absolutely wild. I guess you guys know when this video's out. Honestly, with like changing the oil in the truck, cleaning up the shop, Dad brought he bought a new Bronco. He brought his Bronco over. We worked on his Bronco for a day. I just didn't have a lot of time. I did end up getting 2 videos edited. But the music service I use, like, it takes a while to clear. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So I'm falling behind in videos, I guess is what I'm getting at. So anyways, that's pretty much what's going on. It's great that he's like, I can get you into... Oh, he also said with Cassie, we might be better off to take her to a he didn't say a specialist, but somebody who does that without going to one of these big places, right? Well,
yeah, like a private oncologist.
A private oncologist. That's what it's called. So that's another option we're going to look at. So yes, I'm talking about you. Yep.
Valid.
Because he's like, that's not good if she's bleeding every time she pees. I'm like, I agree. But we've called down to that number. They say the vet has to set it up. We call the vet. The vet's like, we've set it up. They should be calling you. And then they never call. So anyways, I've been blabbing for 18 minutes. I apologize. Let's get this week started. We'll see you guys there.
Arriving at Braswell Garvey Road on the right.
They're definitely not putting 30 pieces of that on us. Or 35, whatever it says.
I was raised where the dirt don't wash off your hands, where you learn how to fight before you learn how to stand. Ain't nobody coming in to save you when it goes bad. You either take it on the chin or you break where you at. I done seen what it does when the man don't bend. Turn a good kid cold, make him cut off friends. I done sat in the dark with a weight on my chest, trying to figure out why I ain't 40 yet. Ain't no talking that plain when you come from this. You just carry that load, you don't run from me. Every scar got a story turning around. I don't move like they. I don't run when it gets like this. I don't break, I was built for this. Stand still when it all falls down. I don't run, I don't back. I ain't proud of the nights I was losing control. Had a bottle in my hand, trying to fill up a hole. I was running from the truth, I was ducking the call, till I hit that point where I had nothing at all. Had my back on the wall with a word on my neck. Every move that I made felt like one wrong step. I remember that night sitting dead in my truck, looking up like God, man, I'm down on my luck. And a voice from the sky ain't a flash of light, but I felt some shift and I sat there quiet. Since then I ain't moved, I used to move. I don't talk about it, I just do what I do. I've been close to the line where it all goes black. I ain't turning around, I don't move like that. I don't when it gets like this. I don't break. I was built for this. I stand still when it all falls down. I don't run, I don't back.
All right, back on the hay game. Kind of nice. We got 2 days worth of driving on this one now. That other hay we used to do, man, it'd be a couple hours. Lots of strapping and unstrapping during the day. And you guys know I'd load it up myself sometimes. I enjoyed running that skid steer, loading it. Man, these bugs are bad out here with all this hay. Figured since we were going 1,000 or 900 miles, I'd strap this back down real good. It's hard to see. It's hard to see that in the mirror. You think we should move that strap more towards the middle?
This one.
This one right here looks like it's so freaking windy out here. Yeah, let's loosen that up and move that over and retighten that back down. All right, good morning. We made it to Tallulah, Louisiana. We're parked by this little bar restaurant right here. We got some food last night there. Ugh. It wasn't bad. Come on, babies. Not much options for walking the doggy. We walked over here by this cornfield last night. Could walk them along this cornfield in some grass. Hay's doing fine. I don't think I told you guys before we even got this loaded up yesterday. I think my allergies are like killing me from this hay. Before we even got this hay loaded up though, he found us another load yesterday. We're supposed to be picking up some pipe going to Missouri. Come on, babies, this way. That's not even the grass. That's just some weeds poking up through some concrete. A little bit of a rough night. There's a train track right here. And the train runs by, I don't know, Rona every maybe 3 or 4 hours, and they blare their horn as they go by. I could probably look at my watch and see every time I woke up. Man, I'm stuffy. Yeah, so anyways, we're picking up some, we're supposed to be picking up some pipe going to Missouri. I think, we still have a day's 7 hours and 45 minutes of driving today before we get to Oklahoma. Oh, excuse me, man. That hay, I think it's that hay, man. Like, I'm all stuffy now. So 7 hours and 45 minutes to get to Oklahoma, and then we're going to drop this hay in the morning. And I think we have like 100 and some miles of deadhead, and then it's like
395 miles to get to Missouri. I can't tell if this camera's foggy or if that's my eyes because I'm not awake yet. Hold on, Cass. Hold on, babies. It's so hard to tell. Hey, hey, hey. She's so bad about pulling when you walk her, man. She drives me nuts. She is the worst one to walk out of all the dogs. She's constantly pulling and pulling and pulling. You take her to where she wants to go, and then she pulls because she wants to go somewhere else. I think Mackey did okay last night. I mean, I didn't hear her whimper or cry or anything. I bought her this sling thing. I'll have to show you guys because I can't pick her up by like the hips. So it's this nice little sling that goes around her belly, and that's how I've been picking her up in and out of the truck. Oh man! All right, well, let me walk this this jerk of a dog, and we'll see you guys later.
Why are we slowing down? Oh, that's one of the big fancy boats in front.
He's doing Oklahoma right now. Basically where we are.
Alright, so we made it to Boeing, Texas. And there's supposed to be tornadoes headed this way. And the news, or the weatherman just said that there's going to be, what did he say, baseball size?
Yep.
Baseball size hail headed this way.
No, Cassie, you can't.
This
get
puts
out.
us, how far away are we? Let's see, recent. This puts us about an hour away, hour and 15 minutes. Cassie, stop, it's raining outside, baby. It is pouring outside.
Are you
Here.
thirsty?
Come look. Come look. Yeah, get Mama's chair and look outside. See? Look, it's raining outside. Anyways, we're in Boeing. This is Decatur. Bowie. Yeah, we're in Bowie. We're still in Texas, yeah? Bowie, Texas. At a 1.9. Oh man, that guy's APU has seen better days. Look at that, it's missing the whole top lid. I don't know. Cross our fingers, hope we're okay.
All around Jonesboro.
Look, you can see it dropping in the water.
Is this like something that just happened?
Boy, this is turning into a shit show. This parking lot's flooded. You can see the hail on the ground.
Oh my God.
It's smacking the crap out of the roof.
Alright, good morning. We're alive. We made it. I think the biggest the hail got was about that big. I think the tornadoes go north of us or south of us?
South of us.
South of us. We barely squeaked by there. It got pretty nasty there for a little bit. But then like the skies opened up and it cleared right up. It was we dodged a bullet for sure. So we've got about an hour to go to get there. The guy told me that they've got to load some trucks before they unload us. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But after that, we got to go pick up some pipe that goes to Missouri. And then from there, sorry. And then from there, we don't have another load yet. So he could have probably had us a load, but I don't like him booking us that far ahead. Says, let me see what it says I got for REM sleep last night. Bought me a watch to keep track of my sleep. It says I got 26 minutes of deep sleep, 6 minutes of light sleep, and only 33 minutes of REM sleep. Not last night, but the night before, I only got like 20 minutes of REM sleep, which isn't good. You're supposed to have like 2 hours of REM sleep. But I have no idea why I didn't sleep that last night. It's nice though to have something where I can be like, man, I don't know why I'm still tired. I was asleep for 9 hours. It's because you're not getting the sleep you need. Anyways, yeah, so we dodged a bullet last night. That was, the truck was a rocket. And it wasn't because of Lita. So, well, let's go get some hay unloaded. And then we got 40,000 pounds of pipe. Now, we were told this was 40,000 pounds of pipe. But we've got the Raycon, and the Raycon says 45,000 pounds of pipe. So we told the dispatcher, and the dispatcher said that's just what they put on the Raycons. I don't know why. If it's 40,000 pounds of pipe, why are you putting 45? We had to, I don't know if I told you guys this, but we had to get an empty scale ticket and then a loaded scale ticket for this hay. We've picked up some weight somewhere, man. We're heavier than we used to be. We are, we used to be able to do like 44.5. Now we can only do 44, so we've picked up 500 pounds somewhere. melon. So when we took Mackey to the vet, Mackey weighs 71 pounds. Was it 71? 71 or 72, right? 71 pounds. What do you think that melon weighs?
Maybe like 80 something.
Maybe like what?
80?
No, she don't weigh that much.
She's pretty heavy.
I think she's lighter than Mackey. She's probably like 60 pounds. Fat Butts is losing weight. Mackey's doing pretty good. That little sling thing I bought, I think is helping too. That I don't have to pick her up by the hips. So I haven't heard her whine yet.
No.
Man, I was really worried, man. She was doing bad. And while we're out on the road the last week and a half, she would yelp every time I'd pick her up. This is just a thing you like. It's got like soft fuzz and it like wraps around her belly and you've got these handles. I honestly thought she was going to freak out when I tried to pick her up with it, but she's just kind of like, take me away. Alright, well, let's get over here. Also, another thing, the Pike Place hasn't sent us an address. It just says Oklahoma City. Supposedly, we're supposed to be getting a macro point this morning that tells us the actual address. So, that's something else we're going to have to wait on. I mean, it better be here before we get unloaded. Like, I'm not going to sit around and wait on these guys to send us an address. Alright, anyways. See you in a bit. Oh, he's unstrapped. Okay. Appreciate you, boss. Alright. Just arrived. We're second in line. Rona. They must go through a lot of hay. They've got all these big fields here, too, with grass. It's kind of weird that they don't cut their own hay. And they took hay all the way from Georgia. I'm not going to complain because it paid great. So, the broker called. They'll give us the address when we're unloaded. I don't know why it's such a big secret. But she said as soon as we're unloaded, to call her up, and then they'll give us the address. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. We're supposed to need a load leveler on this next one. Man, my allergies are killing me with all this hay. It doesn't normally affect me this bad. Maybe I'm just getting old and ugly. What's going on back there?
I eat him.
Where's Mackey at?
Eating.
Man, I'm so glad she's not in pain. Are we still giving her the gabapentin?
Yeah.
Maybe we should hold on to it for if she starts hurting. How many do we have left?
So they gave us 300 milligrams for her, and
Yeah.
Cassie's is 100
I
milligrams.
see. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because Mom has 300 milligram gabapentins. So 300 is like human amounts. But they knew she was in pain, so they hooked her up. Anyway, so how many do we have?
I don't know. Like
Oh, really? We have that many?
We have we have a 100 milligram bottle.
Is it like
Half a
full?
bottle.
Oh. Our dog's gonna get addicted to painkillers. She's gonna be like, "You gotta need more of those gabapentins."
You guys want some water?
She's doing awesome though. The vet was supposed to call us Monday and didn't call us. He's trying to avoid surgery. Obviously, surgery is like something you want to avoid. So he wants to see how she's doing before he like tells us we should have surgery done. Like if she can live a normal life and maybe just take some painkillers every now and then, it's probably better than cutting her open.
I thought the way he was talking, like, she needs to have the surgery.
Yeah, maybe. Why was he wanting to call and check on her
See
before?
if she could, like, walk, and
Yeah.
because she wasn't able to walk.
He said most people put their dogs down for this because they can't afford the surgery, man. The surgery is expensive. Like I said, I joined a Facebook group, man, and some of those people are dumping like $20,000 into it. Some places are telling them it's like $10,000 to $12,000 per side. That's highway robbery, man. I wonder how much a hip replacement on a human costs. Probably a lot. These hospitals are out of control.
I mean, what's your mom's cost?
I don't know. She has insurance. And see, that's the thing. These places like know people have insurance, so they can just up the price because people have insurance. If everybody was on like a pay your own bill thing, they'd have to lower the price because nobody could afford anything and they wouldn't have any work to do. Anyways, I thought he said they had to load some trucks before they unloaded us. And then we get here and then there's a guy being unloaded. So, I mean, they're working it. All right, well, we'll see you in a bit. That's a lot of scrap metal stuff, huh? Some trucks in there.
Trucks and trailers.
Turn right onto the unpaved road, then take the first right.
I should walk up there or what? All right, so we just made it to our pipe pickup. We've been in line for what, like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably more than that. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes because I think we got here at like 11:45. It's 1 o'clock now. It's an hour and 15 minutes, right? Anyways, we're next in line. I was talking to my dispatcher earlier, Kane, and I think he's done a good enough job where I would feel comfortable like suggesting him to other drivers. Now he only does like flatbed step deck, and he wants to try to stay away from like hot shots because they're so hard to dispatch. So if you are looking for a dispatcher, I'm getting absolutely nothing out of this. I think Kane's a great guy. He's been doing a fantastic job. If you're looking for a dispatcher, now he'll do everything for you, from filling out carrier packets to filling out the rate con to. All right, future me, as I edit this video, they have got their own DOT number now, so you don't even need to have a DOT number. You can go just have your truck and your trailer run under their DOT number, their insurance, and all that. I have no idea what the cost is going to be. If that's something that interests you, maybe you could just call them and figure it out. But back to the video. I think they'll even factor it for you, so it's like an absolutely no touch. All we really have them do, though, is find us the load and then send the rate con to us. Lita does the carrier packets, Lita does the rate cons, and Lita factors the load. But if you are looking for a dispatcher, I think he's looking to pick up a couple more trucks. I'll leave his phone number down in the description. Like I said, his name is Kane. I don't know, man. I think he's been doing a great job. And I think if you're struggling or you're just tired of looking for your own freight, tired of dealing with the brokers, I think it's a good option. I don't know. What do you think? It's been so nice not looking at the load board.
Yeah.
The only time I really look at the load board now is if we get stuck somewhere. And don't expect miracles. Like, he can only do so much. I mean, he's suggested loads that we turn down. Can't be afraid to turn down a load.
Yeah, it's not forced dispatching.
Yeah, it's not forced dispatch. He calls you on every single load he finds, explains it to you. Do you want to take this or not? I would say we probably accept 75% of his loads.
Mm-hmm.
And once he gets to learning like how you want to run, where you want to run, then I don't know, he just learns from it, you know. But like I said, the only time I really look at the board is if we get into a dead area, or if we're going to an area where I feel like it's going to be dead. And there have been times I've probably found 3 or 4 of our own loads. So it's not perfect, but it is definitely nice not having to look at that thing all day long. It's like I said, man, before, it's like if you're eating, you're looking at the load board. You're taking a dump, you're looking at the load board. Like, if you dispatch yourself, man, you are constantly looking at that load board. Sometimes you call the brokers, they don't answer. Sometimes they call the broker, you call the broker, you're sitting on hold for 30 minutes. I don't have time for that, man.
Yeah. He's not afraid to call the brokers about.
Yeah.
He will definitely call them about, like, if something's wrong, or if, like, we haven't gotten the Raycon in, like, and it's been, like, an hour. He'll just go ahead and call them.
He's not afraid to ask for more money. Sometimes they give it, sometimes they don't, you know. Anyways, I think he's done a great job. I'll leave his number down in the description below. What you growling?
I don't think she likes that dump we're next to.
Oh, you don't like that noise, Mackey? Alright, well, we're next in line waiting to get loaded. Looks like we're only 5.5 hours from this drop, so we should be there tonight. Be ready to drop probably first thing in the morning. Let me see how many hours we got left. Yeah, we have 7 hours and 15 minutes left. So, sweet. I know I'm falling behind on videos again. I know. I'm sorry. Like I told Kane, it's because he's running me too hard. I told him we got a trip to Iceland coming up. He's like, oh, we need to make you a lot of money for your trip. I was like, I agree. Even though we're not paying for it. He's like, oh, you're not paying for it? He's like, no. Who's paying for it? I was like,
Is that what he asked?
Yeah. I was like, Lita's parents. He's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm talking to the camera. Excuse me. Alright, we'll see you in a bit.
What you doing? You supervising? Huh? What?
What do I do with my phone?
Keep supervising, Melon. So we got some pipe. It's windy, of course. Look at that guy's straps like blowing all over the place. I don't feel like it was windy when we first got here, but it's windy now. Yeah, it's definitely a lot windier. So just some pipe. I'm just gonna take some pictures of the load. They took pictures. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't think this is, I was gonna say I don't think this is like what they said it weighs, but they put 45,000 pounds on the Raycon, which I don't understand why you can't put the correct weight the load is gonna be on your Raycon. They said, our dispatcher said they just put that. Maybe put the right weight, so the weight is right, because you know that's what we have to go by. And if we show up to a place that's like, oh well, it says 45,000 pounds on the Raycon, guess what? It's kind of on us because we signed the Raycon, even though it's supposed to be 40,000 pounds. Probably not. It's just PVC pipe. But yeah, this is what we got. Alright, I gotta take some pictures of our load.